Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the
you
show.
started?
The show has begun.
Here we are.
Well, the pregame show, at least.
You gotta
Wow, I'm
warn us
shiny.
when you go
I'm
live.
real super shiny today.
Yeah, sure you are. Just today.
Super shiny
Just
today.
Damn, I left my polarized lenses.
My
at
eye's
home.
gonna be twitching all night.
Well, welcome to the Put in the Books pregame show. I am Steve. Got Rodriguez over here to my right, as always. Keith over here to my left.
I'm blind.
Joe Schwartzman, you are first.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm cleaning
Joe
up
Schwartzman.
coffee grinds.
That's the guy.
Coffee grinds from the laptop. That's
Came all over the laptop.
It's a thing right now.
What?
Coffee ground brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
All
From
day,
their roastery
baby.
to your front door.
2 for 1.
Again, for the second straight week, we're without a producer. Just everybody just give me a second. I'm going to share this bad boy out.
But he's a volunteer, so we can't fire him. And he's really good at what he does.
He's very good at what he does, and
He's fit right in.
he's having a great vacation right now.
Why wouldn't you fit
Good
right in?
for him. He deserves it. It's a good guy.
He's a
He's one of
diehard.
the few good guys that I know.
He's a
like a good guy.
diehard, like really a good guy. Like
He's
if
a
you-
really good guy. Which is
like if you were laying on the street, he wouldn't step over you. He'd actually help you up.
nope. Yeah, he'd help you up for sure.
Good guy.
He would. He's that type of guy. Which is odd to
Barbara's joined. Mom,
He's a static again.
She lost again.
she did
She better step up her game. That's
She
2
did.
weeks in second place.
2 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row, I think.
She's
Mama
in
Farace.
fantasy? What are you talking about? What'd you lose?
She wasn't first.
For a few weeks, she was killing it. She was like, boom, dead on.
Very good. So I do want to before we get into
Start the show.
start the actual show over on Spreaker, doing the audio stuff. I do want to say one thing at the very beginning of this Facebook group. I kind of put in there that there are no rules and whatnot, but there is one new rule out there, and this we will call the Dingman rule.
The Dingman
The
rule.
Dingman rule.
You're not allowed to curse at Mama Farace?
You're not allowed to curse or call Mama Farace a jackass.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why would you have to put that rule in?
Well, because so today when
Who called your mother a jackass?
Mike Dingman.
Wait, who's Mike Dingman?
Exactly. So today, when during the I'm annoying everybody with a little bit of static going on, but today, towards the end of the game, Edwin Diaz was warming up, right?
Uh-huh.
And so my mom got a little concerned with that based on some recent events that have taken place with Edwin Diaz. And then so we got the lead, and then Familia comes in, and she said, "Oh, great, even better." And
Yeah.
then,
Which I agree with her.
yes.
And you know this.
So Mike Dingman, and then so after the game, she said, "Okay, he's vindicated for now," because he had a clean inning. Ray, welcome to the show, the pregame show. And then so Mike Dingman then responds saying, "I'm so effing sick of negative jackasses. Vargas complete game. Familia lights out inning. Frazier go ahead home run. Should be the perfect storm to give all you negative losers an aneurysm. Go hide under the covers for a while."
So can I
All right.
Say
Well,
something
that's
about
part
that?
of the internet.
Yeah.
That's how life is on the internet.
But
So,
wait, let me just finish real
don't
quick.
hold your finger up at me.
to
Sorry.
make a long story short.
So I said,
I want to make it longer.
so I gave him the benefit of the doubt at first.
Okay.
And I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, man, love having you in the group, but that was my mom. You called a negative jackass." So instead of apologizing, he just says, "Well, then she shouldn't be negative. There's no way for me to know that."
So can
All
I?
right.
Yeah.
I'm allowed.
Truth, but then say after that, I apologize. Now I know.
Not everyone has your morals
Right.
or your upbringing.
Well, so I saw that. The first thing I did was I clicked on his name to see maybe he's friends with her, or maybe there's an inside thing, and I saw that he wasn't. He's actually Jem. No, he's part of Jem's group. He's not. He wasn't friends with Jem.
I reached out to Jem also.
And Jem don't know him.
He does. He writes for a site.
Oh, Did we kick him out
are we
of the group?
supposed to
I
like
did.
hate this guy? Are we gonna?
No,
beat-
I did
this-
kick.
what
I
are we
did
gonna
kick him
do?
out of the group.
Yeah, that's all right.
Did you really?
I did.
Because he's called your mom a jackass.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
So
how we roll.
that was my first step, and then I started responding, and I said, I'm not going to feed into this, and I actually meant to talk to you before we got on air about it. I didn't want to feed into it because then it becomes that static is going to me off. It becomes a back and forth, and it's you drink from the cup. The negativity never ends. So I just
He
took a
could have
step
called
back,
her
but-
negative Nelly.
Yes.
Well, the truth of the matter is what Mama Farace was saying was based on.
It's not what she was saying though. He could have just said you're negative Nellies.
But it is because
you
he was
you got to
reacting-
watch your language.
He was reacting to what she was. No, he's not excused. I'm not saying that. But he was reacting to what she was saying, and what she was saying is truth based on recent facts, based on these players. So
Yeah,
it wasn't like she's not being negative. She's like, okay. Cano comes up.
She's basing it on past
If
performances.
Cano comes up, bases loaded.
Right?
I'm gonna go because of his recent performance. I have no faith in him right now.
Don't you know?
No, I don't.
I don't think we do know.
So anyway, you mess with the mamas, you are gone.
No, just
Being
it's
that-
the language thing.
Wait,
just watch the language. I mean, you could disagree with anybody. I mean, and if they can't disagree, if somebody can't disagree with something your mother says, then you're being a little
That's
bit
of
of
course-
a dictator. You
Well,
can't do that.
Did I say disagree? I didn't say disagree.
No.
No, I'm
okay,
just
yeah.
giving you my opinion on the whole thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, we
the guy
could have
just said,
We also curse at each other.
If you guys were to see some of our conversations,
that's not true. That's not
Wait,
true.
So
Just because you're a stupid.
Correct. Mama
Bag.
Farace just said what he said was based on one performance today's, which is true. Now, he elaborated even further and brought Frazier in and all this crap. But the truth of the matter is, the Diaz has not been great. He's been getting out of jams, so it's been excusable. If you can get out of jams, I don't care if you create jams. John Franco all day. But if you're gonna give up home run,
every
and
Mets
home run
closer in history.
and flat ball, yeah, it's come on.
I don't know.
I understand, especially as a Met fan, we're all frustrated. You can, from years of frustration, not recent history, just constant history. So I understand. I get the same way. Not that you guys would know that, because
Have you called Farace's mom a jackass too?
never. I would never
Oh,
disrespect.
okay.
Well, and then so the
Mama
comment that
Farace
put
Yes.
me over the top, where after he said that, I said, or you could be a little bit more mature at ease with the name calling. His response, again, was not one that I liked. He put, when you put your opinions out there in public, you set yourself out to be criticized. Fair. And then he said, it's a good life lesson for her.
It's me making that noise. What
Wow, it's a little stuck up on yourself a little bit, like good life lesson. Who are you?
Yeah.
Life coach of the year. Who are you? What's his name?
That's my
Mike
mic. It's my
Dingman.
mic making that noise.
Dingman.
It's your microphone?
Sorry, you guys are.
What are we doing? here?
We're low budget, so
Are you
sometimes our
plugged all the way in?
I'm going to check right now. Sometimes our technical difficulties, you will walk through them with us. So a little behind the scenes for you. It's a little special plus.
We're doing behind the scenes already. We've been on the pre-show
yes,
for like
Ray,
20 minutes.
with that bomb by Frazier. We're going to talk about that bomb by Frazier
Yeah.
a little later. I got a few.
Yeah,
thoughts
how
on
did that bomb go out? Because those balls are juiced. Those freaking balls are juiced.
Well, I know
We'll get to it. We'll get
Rodriguez
to
had
it.
his notifications off, but but I had said that.
Did you say that?
I did. I had.
You
said,
know why I have my notifications off? Because you guys don't shut up during the game
5 messages.
today. Because you were at work.
I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even do nothing.
I do nothing.
I don't think.
Anyway,
I don't
we're
think.
arguing already.
Oh my god.
It's off now.
They can't be making that noise when it's off. Mama Faraj says Keith knows better than to call her a jackass.
Well, I wouldn't do that because I have the utmost respect for you as Farace's mama. That's just disrespectful. You don't
All
do
right,
that.
let's
True
get
that.
this let's get this moved over to start recording. We do so on Spreaker. This way, it's
And?
available later on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Spotify, and now iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. What? Check it out. Gonna be everywhere.
Like
Like doo-doo. Like in New York.
yeah, in the
everywhere.
yes, like poo poo. under the snow. You be
Stop
careful of
it.
that.
That's cold slush. That's the stuff you hit the guy you don't like with.
Right
Right in the back of the head.
All right, let's
You want a lemon snow cone?
let's get this party officially
Doo-doo slush.
started.
Put the books in. You know what?
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Put It in the Book show. This is season 2, episode 21, episode number 52 overall.
Really?
I'm not sure if you guys can see us because this is episode number 52, and we haven't seen Cespedes in how long. Yep.
It's going to be a hurting episode.
I went there. All right.
What a heel.
I am.
What a dumb jackass. He is.
I am Steve. Got Rodriguez over here to my right.
Hello
Keith
there.
over here to my left.
Hi.
Jem, welcome straight out of the hospital, right to the show.
Jem,
the Mets giving you a heart attack out there in Vegas.
What's up with poor Jem?
Jem, what's up, bro? You all right?
Let us know how it's going. But a little bit of a
How you
rundown
doing
here.
Jem?
As always, the call-in number is 718-577-1275. It's
Type
up
it up,
there.
homie. Type it up, homie.
It's actually up there at the top.
Do it again.
But I can do it one more time. 718-577-1275 is the number to call. When we give you the cue, we'll tell you to call in for your chance to win a Pete Alonso rookie card. We have one left.
We have one left.
We do. It's over there, but don't worry about that. You just read your little trivia card.
And no one will win it.
And nobody will win it. We did have one winner last week. It was Max from
Max
Baltimore.
Rodriguez from Baltimore, Maryland.
Super high blood pressure, Mets related for sure, Jem. Yep.
Oh, my God.
I think we all suffer from it. We all are going through it as one big happy Mets family.
Pretty much. All the time.
So rundown, as we always do, we can review upcoming games. We'll talk about a little bit about the draft. We'll talk about Mickey Callaway. That's a very popular subject right now. And we'll talk about a few different other things. You guys can now find us. We're live here on Facebook now, and if you're listening to us, you're listening to a recording. But that's found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, and now iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
You can listen to 3 amazing voices on iHeartRadio.
Sometimes.
That is
full
under
of
the
ourselves, huh?
CineSportsTalk. Where do they search for us?
CineSportsTalk.com.
That is, you search. Say again.
How do they find us on there? Where do they search?
All you do is search the CineSportsTalk Radio Network.
And hit
That's
that
right.
subscribe button.
Absolutely.
Do it.
Get it done.
Get it done.
There
Get
you
it
can also
done.
listen to The Nobodies, which is a movie show.
Do it.
They've started doing one-off reviews, so you can listen to reviews for Godzilla.
Do it.
You can listen to
How was Godzilla?
what was the other one?
You seen it?
I didn't see Godzilla,
No.
but if you're going there to expect a good storyline, you're going to be
Godzilla. Come
disappointed. Thank you.
I want to see Godzilla fight.
on. Yeah.
That's all you want to.
That's
wanna
all
hear
I
it?
That's
care.
what you want to
The
do.
whole movie
And
could
see-
be
you
Godzilla
wanna see-
fighting.
Mothra and a bunch of
A few Japanese people running around screaming.
yes, exactly.
And upset.
Kyle says Godzilla sucks because he wanted to see some more
Oh,
human
Kyle's
stuff.
that type of girl. Likes a lot of conversation.
Well, Kyle, welcome. David, welcome.
Welcome, Kyle.
You can find
he's a
us.
Dodger
Where
fan,
can
right?
you find us on social media outside of what I already said? On Twitter at the PIITB Show. Instagram is the same, the PIITB Show.
Look at
Facebook group
Got
is
it.
the Put in the Book Show by CineSportsTalk. Facebook fan page is the Put It in the Book Show. You can follow us on YouTube on CineSportsTalk and also Snapchat at CineSportsTalk. And again, you can search us anywhere you listen to your favorite shows and or podcast, and that now includes iHeartRadio.
It's a monster movie, Kyle. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold myself in anymore. What is that about? How about a good story? It's a monster movie. It's not real, Kyle.
How about we get a Mrs. Zilla and we have like a little romance between
Oh,
Godzilla and
Godzuki. Remember Godzuki, Godzilla's son?
Oh, yeah. We'll bring Godzuki
Let's do
in.
that. It's not real, Kyle.
We can have a love scene
It
to
doesn't
show
need a
how
real story.
Godzuki was conceived.
It's monsters fighting. It doesn't make any sense to begin with.
Artie, welcome to the show. And Artie, we definitely will keep it real with how they got the job done today and yesterday. We were talking about a little side situation that happened a little bit earlier on today. So if you rewind the show later, not right now because you're listening to us live, you'll be able to hear that first part where we explain what was going on.
Oh yeah,
Jurassic Park is real, Kyle. There was dinosaurs.
Fudge with my damn microphone.
And there are sharks. Jaws.
And there were
I
real
need you to
dinosaurs.
just keep your hands
What are you doing? Are you choking it again?
perfectly still.
I'm getting.
Wait, but
really upset.
is it that or is it this? No, it's that.
Maybe it's your stomach growling.
No, it's. Again, we're a low budget show, so sometimes you're going to be walked through our technical difficulties. So please excuse them, even enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into some Mets.
All right, I guess. All right, so we did the whole social media roundup. Again, if you'd like to call in, just in general, talk about Mets, 718-577-1275 is the number to do that. And
Do that.
only when we tell you to call is the time to call for
Pete Alonso
potentially
rookie
win the
card.
Pete Alonso rookie card.
Are you guys hearing all this static too? I'm wondering. It's got to be going out, right? If I'm hearing it in the headset.
You sure it's static and not the air conditioner that's behind you? That sounds like that?
Definitely static.
No, it's definitely static. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's something wrong with the connection here, and I'm wondering if I have to replace my cable.
Unplug it and plug it back in. Did you do that already?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Goldblum is real. We love Jeff Goldblum, don't we?
I was thinking about The Fly the other day. Anyway,
Really, you were?
yeah, I was thinking
Jeff
about that
Goldblum
movie.
was so cool in those commercials.
He was good in that movie, The Fly. He was.
He was good. Yeah, he was good. He was good.
And Jem, we were talking
Who's in the
about
original movie, The Fly?
the newly
Never even saw it.
brought up Dingman
Vincent
rule.
Price, I think.
Was it Vincent Price?
That's what it
I think
is.
so. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, Mama Farace says yes, and it's super annoying.
Yeah, sorry, I can't help it right now.
Don't move.
Can't help it.
Just only move your mouth and your head. You look like Beaker right there. All right, let's jump into
wait,
it.
that's
So
Buck Rogers.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Because that means I have to get up and start fussing things, and it's going to super.
Dude, it's gonna annoy everybody for the next hour. So.
If I stay very still, it's not happening right now.
Perfect. Right now, it's perfect. Just don't do it anymore. Dodgers lead the NL West by 7.5
all right.
games.
Let's talk about Mets. Kyle beat it.
Kyle beat it.
Yeah.
Kyle. He's the Dodgers boy.
3 straight World Series losses. Here we come. All right, so let's talk about. You guys are going to be the Buffalo Bills of baseball this year.
What do you mean they're gonna be?
Well, Buffalo, it was 4 times. But
in my
you know,
mind, they're already
almost there.
they should have won like the last 5 championships. They're a pretty good team. Choking, they like to choke.
Yes.
They choke the chicken
They
a lot.
like
Probably.
it to choke.
They're. What are you doing?
I turned the light
doing?
off.
Are you touching me?
No.
Oh,
Did you feel me touch you?
No, I didn't.
So I didn't touch you.
Okay.
All
Just wanted to
right.
make
You guys
sure.
are so adorable.
All right,
when you
so,
have little tats.
Weekend review. So last time we were here, it was actually Friday night. You're moving, but no noises. Oh, he's going to do it.
See? He
He's
doesn't
going to
even
do it. No, you can't do that. Do it that way.
Let's see.
We'll do
You
the
just-
show right here
yeah.
for
It's not like
right
you're
now.
not disrupting the show.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so they can't hear you, but I can, so it's distracting me right now.
I think they can't hear you.
Keith's gonna Fwakata the microphone.
He's
this
gonna
week.
Fwakata himself.
That's fine.
Oh wait.
That's you're attached there.
Oh good lord.
Look at it. Look what's going on here.
Look.
All right, so
Oh, stop busting like a little old ninny.
Stop fussing like a little old ninny. Stop it.
That's what Keith just said.
That's
to me.
what Keith just said. I never thought somebody
Mark
that big would say
Carrion
that.
Mark Carrion
has joined the show.
Mark Carrion Sr., not the baseball player.
Mark,
Who's
welcome to the show.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody.
What are you doing?
I got his autograph.
Me?
No, him. I'm trying to get him to.
I got his,
We've spoken about Mark Carrion on the show before, but the
He's like,
jeez.
oh.
Mark, this is not how things usually go around here.
This is
not,
just.
It's gonna knock the microphone over. He's gonna knock
everything.
the light's
over.
gonna go.
Everything. It's gonna be a huge crash, and that's what happens when you don't have a producer. When that's what happens when you don't have a producer.
Right, if he was here, he'd be doing this for us.
Yeah, it'd be great. All right, so
Yeah, another little thin guy running around the studio.
He's got with his wife. I mean,
He has no coordination
oh, look, you
unless
can hear me
he's
now,
drunk.
can't you?
yes.
Can you be heard now?
What
I
are
can.
you doing?
Nothing.
No.
I'm just setting the mic up.
Oh, let's see what's happening here.
I don't know what's going on.
The situation
I don't know what's
developing
going
here.
on, but all I gotta say, is like this guy. Look, there's bugs on the screen, dude.
There's a spider on the screen.
What's this? Oh, I see it. I swear to God, I see it. There it is. No, it's that way.
All right, this is ridiculous.
All right, come on, man.
Trying to do a show here.
Are you hearing static?
No, Mom, the producer is not here, so that's why Keith is walking back and forth trying to fix his own microphone.
So it might not be the microphone. It might not be the cable. It might be the microphone. Which really sucks.
It doesn't matter. Just switch the cables out.
I don't believe that to be true.
You don't believe anything.
No.
You're a millennial.
Jeff, welcome to the show.
Jeff Francois. Ooh, that's a cool name.
That is a pretty cool name. We've talked about that
It
before,
is a
too.
cool name. That's like look at the microphone right behind by my head. Look, it's
Tim, oh my God. Tim, Tim, welcome to the show, buddy.
Yo, today. It's like we're not even doing a show. It's like when
Well, I mean, we'll wait. Jeez.
it's like, now what?
It's like all sorts of stuff going on. We have a special guest now.
Oh,
Walter
welcome, Walter White.
Heisenberg is here.
Oh, it's Heisenberg, right? Probably the second greatest show ever. Now that I have to say Game of Thrones ended, right? Second greatest show ever.
Well, a lot of people are not happy with the way it ended, and they're saying that Breaking Bad is no.
Oh my God, Game of Thrones. Get over it. Get over it.
It's because of all of you guys who have been friends with them for so long.
Hipperline. That's the baseball player.
That is the baseball player.
No way.
Oh, Rao.
Rao.
So
Rao.
Okay, wait a second.
What, Rao,
Wait,
the guy-
hold on a second,
the
because
guy-
Keith doesn't have his microphone on. Nobody else besides us two heard him say, "Oh, Rao."
but I do have it on. That's the problem. So it's not. Oh, crap.
No, you're good. I hear it.
All right.
Are we
So, Mark,
Wait, you just made
thanks for
yourself
joining.
louder.
Thanks for joining, Mark. So,
Wait.
listen.
He just made himself louder
When I-
than both of us.
Let me tell the story. When I was
Can you
about
lower yourself?
12 or 13 years old, I will in a second. Just
When I was a young warthog. When I was a young
Listen to
warthog.
when I was about 12 or 13 years old, Mark, you hit a home run, and I caught you coming out of the Diamond Club entrance at the end of the game.
Well, now he's not going to
and
listen anymore.
You signed my
You're
ball for me.
embarrassed. Now you
And I
just
still
making
have
it
I still
embarrassing.
have the ball. So thanks, Mark.
I loved Mark Carrion
Sure did.
until he hurt himself.
Until he hurt himself.
He hurt him. Well, I mean, I still loved him, but it's
What number was it?
unfortunate.
27?
23.
Was Doug Flynn.
I should.
He might have been 20 something.
That was the cable. I should post up the Mark Carrion ball for you online, Mark. I'll tag you.
Okay. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I was a kid, and he made my day. So thanks, Mark.
Yeah, man. That's a cool thing.
I'm doing something that is not important right now.
Yeah, so
Oh,
let's
okay,
let's
so
get
we're
into
not waiting
let's
for
get
you
into
to
some Mets talk. We were
do the
talking about
show?
week in review, right? Do we want to completely skip the whole Arizona piece or
32.
I don't want to talk about
He
it.
wore number 32.
32. Why did I say
32.
until 27?
I don't want to talk about Arizona
close.
either. I really don't.
Kathy, welcome to the show. Well, guess what, Keith? In life, when you're doing stuff about something, you must speak about all of it. You can't just decide to skip stuff.
You can.
Yeah, you can. That's why we're doing our show.
It's my
So,
life.
and it's now or never.
And it's yes.
All right. So last time we were here, it was Friday. We were high on life, about to head to Arizona, where
We were
usually take care of business. We
Even
won.
losing to the Dodgers, we were still happy.
Yeah, because
we
played with them.
Competitive, yeah.
Christopher, welcome to the show. And that was
Welcome, Christopher.
pretty much dashed. Losing 2 out of 3 in Arizona.
But you know what? We lost 2 out of 3, but we were only out of 1 game. We should have really won 2 out of 3. We blew one again. We lost another game when we shouldn't.
That Saturday night game.
Yeah, exactly. So these are things that have to be corrected, and hopefully with Lugo back and some guys coming up, they'll do their thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Maureen, welcome to the show. All right, so see, we
Maureen
can just
will care.
fast forward through it. Can't just pretend it didn't happen because we lost. 2 out of
Oh, you
3.
guys were talking? Because I wasn't
Yeah,
paying
he
attention.
tuned out again.
Yeah, I wish you would do that more.
To make a short story long. Don't keep. Wow.
Yeah, you don't get that.
Nice. All right.
Uh,
All right. So then we head home
Renegade
to City Field, and we start a series against the San Francisco Giants, and who can't hit anything.
Right.
They're terrible.
But we won the series.
Bad hitting. We won the series, but game 1, a little out of control with the bullpen.
Let me rephrase that. They
was a
can't hit their way out of a paper bag.
Yes, I liked it.
I don't agree so much with the Ramos thing, but yes, they can't hit their way out of a paper bag. But we should talk about Chris Russo.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
the Mad Dog.
The
All right.
Ramos thing.
We'll definitely talk.
Well, because
talk.
I mentioned can't hit you out of a paper bag, which is a direct quote from Chris Russo's rant. And continuing, he said something about Ramos that I didn't necessarily agree with.
Yeah, so the big thing that happened in game
What
1
did he
was
say?
Callaway took Thor out of the game with 1 out to go in the 7th, and then Lugo promptly comes in and gives up the lead. We head into extra innings, and then Robert Gazelman opens up the floodgates en route to a 6-run 10th inning that slammed the door shut.
Can we stop right there?
Mets.
I'm trying to recall, I'm trying to spark up some memories because something happened when that happened when Giselman gave up those runs. And Rodriguez, you had a commentary about Giselman and what he should do and what the Mets should do with him after that game. What was that?
I said they should send his stupid ponytail ass down to AAA, figure this stuff out, bring up
Immediately,
Irving
you said.
Santana immediately. As soon as there was 2 guys on base, they hadn't even scored yet. If you remember, if you look at the timing, I said it just like that. This motherfucker's gonna blow the game for us.
Whoa!
Did I say a bad word? Yes,
No,
I did.
I heard Mother's Truckers.
Mothers, freakers.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know what all of you heard.
Crazy things happen with mothers.
You just cursed in front of an ex-Met.
But,
Mark, I'm sorry.
Sorry there, coach.
We don't know if he's still watching.
In my
Mark,
heart,
if
he
you're
is.
still watching, we apologize.
Hold on. In my heart, he is.
But anyway, I was really upset that day. I said, you got to. I mean, it's a hard stance to take to do that to somebody. Got to be honest, But at the end of the day, the bullpen is blowing the games for us. We're losing games. How many? 15 games already?
15 blown saves.
Oh, it's 15 now. You're right. 15.
15.
So if we were to take half and go on a lower portion of half and say 7 games, because obviously can't win half a game, and add that to our current win total, we'd
have a 4-game lead in the East. And that was before winning the last 2 games.
A 4-game lead. That's a terrible job, dude.
Oh, well, yeah.
You don't get paid for doing a bad job.
And I have to.
And it's not a demotion forever in my mind, honestly. It's just get your stuff together, get that ball sinking, dominate the minor leagues, come up here strong again.
Remember Trash Can?
Yes, Steve. A lot of ball players have done that.
For all of
Keith
you-
Hernandez got sent down.
With the Cards before what? Before he won the.
He got sent down. He said it.
For all of you younger Met fans, we had a pitcher named Steve Traxel. who we signed.
Trash can, we used to call him.
We used to call him Trash Can. And he was doing miserable. And we sent him down to the minors, and he was all pissy about it, not happy. But he came back and turned out to be a very consistent, solid, not the greatest, but consistent and solid.
We have a guy on the roster right now. We have a guy on the roster right now that exemplifies that. Zach Wheeler. Zach was sent down.
Yeah.
Fixed himself, came back up, and dominated now. Now he's one of the best pitchers in the National League. Honestly, you got to watch this kid. He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's only getting better. He's had a couple of bad stretches and a couple of really bad innings that made his stats look worse.
He gave up 2 runs today. He's giving up like 2 runs a game. He's throwing 7 to 8 innings a game.
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you.
He's ready to bust out.
He had like 0.2 innings where he gave up 7 runs, so his ERA looks worse. It doesn't tell a story.
Put him on Houston.
The Twins game.
Put him on Houston. Put him on the Skankies.
You're talking about Wheeler, right?
Wheeler. Put him on those teams. He's dominating. But he's 10-2 now.
Did he get a victory today?
No.
No, he didn't get the win. No, because they scored in there.
He deserves.
Who got the win today?
Oh, what inning? They scored in the bottom of the 7th, so I think.
Yeah, I thought they took him on the 7th.
Hold on, let me look at you got the box score up?
Yeah, Lugo gets the win.
Lugie gets it. Yep, he was a pitcher record when they scored. I think they scored in the 8th.
They scored one in the 7th to tie it, and then 4 in the 8th.
And that's
so let's do that.
Took Wheeler out of the losing side.
Let's recap the game a little bit, because a lot of the folks out there thought we're. Oh yeah, dude.
Can I just play? I just play how we won.
That's true.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm just gonna play how we won.
Play it, man.
Here we go.
Jeff McNeil is going to bat. I don't understand that.
Let's do that one more time.
How do you not understand that? I know Rosario's got a homer, but McNeil is 340 hitter. Anyway.
And now Jeff McNeil is going to bat for Rosario. Wow. I don't understand that. Rosario's got a home run today and a home run last night, but in a spot that calls out for a single, Callaway's going to go to his best singles hitter. Swinging a little blooper toward left center. It's falling. Crawford out. Can't get it. A base hit. Lagares scores. Nito gets to third and holds. Jeff McNeil doing what Jeff McNeil does. He gets his bat on the ball some way, somehow, and he dunks it in for a game-tying hit, and it's 3-3. Now it's Frazier, who is lined to short and twice grounded to short. 2-1 to Frazier. Lifted in the air to left. Over toward the gap comes Yastrzemski at the warning track at the wall. It's out of here. Todd Frazier gives the Mets the lead with a 2-run homer. Oh, did that carry? And Todd Frazier hits a 2-run home run to put New York in front. The 5th home run of the year for Todd Frazier. He hits it into the M&M Sweet Seats to the right of the 358 mark.
So Todd Frazier. So you want to describe for those that had not seen it yet, they just heard it. You want to describe how that home run went?
So Todd Frazier. Well, listen. There's no questioning his power. He's a power hitter, right? Sometimes that's all he is.
Nothing.
But yeah. So, but this particular home run, it was a curveball. It was out. It was. I don't think it was even over the plate. I think it was even outside.
Outside corner, low outside corner.
Yeah,
it might have got
borderline.
It might have got a ring up.
When he hit the ball, he was literally one hand on the bat and one knee close to touching the floor, and he flicked his wrist like so, and it went
literally like that
over the left field fence.
You heard Gary say
into the M&M
a fly ball lifted to left. He had no idea that it was going out, and he had to rush his home run call. The ball was over the wall, and he says, at the track to the wall, and it's out of here.
Now, there's no doubt in my mind that Frazier can hit home runs all day, but that is proof. That hit, if you guys haven't seen it, go on wherever you go,
just
MLB at bat,
flips his bat
anywhere online and look at the replay.
Flips it just like that.
It is proof to me the ball is juiced. And furthermore, if you look at Thor's face, when he gave up that home run yesterday, was it yesterday Thor was pitching? When he gave up, he pitched.
No, Vargas
2
was
days
yesterday.
ago. 2 days ago, he turned around, looked at the ball go over the wall, and you can tell he was not mad at the home run that he gave up. He was mad at the fact that it shouldn't have been a home run. And then further, even today, some of the players in the locker room had admitted a fly ball is no longer just a fly ball. Zach Wheeler.
No, because Zach Wheeler, the cheap home runs now. The ball's juice, man. It's obvious. It's obvious. Rosario's hitting home runs and he's throwing his bat flipping. Rosario. What does that
bombs
mean?
to the opposite field, right center.
Bombs to right center. I mean, he's a big kid. Don't get me wrong, and maybe he's coming into his own. Hopefully, that's his trend. If he gets bigger, as he's getting bigger and stronger now, he could be the guy.
Yeah, but he's acting like Mike Piazza right now. Pop to right center field,
dude. It doesn't matter where you hit it.
So why
you hit it out?
Why isn't Cano using the juice ball? His advantage.
Cano's hurt. You see that? Cano's hurt.
Well,
before,
right now he's hurt.
Yeah,
don't you know?
I do know that he's hurt.
That's all I'm gonna. I can only comment on the present.
That's what you get for
we're at
making me run.
Don't you know?
We're at a little bit of a fork in the road here. Do we go right and talk about Rosario, or do we go left and talk about Cano?
What's there to talk about Rosario? He's getting better and better, and he's a 23-year-old superstar on the verge.
There's a lot. Okay, so let's go back 3 weeks, maybe 4, 3 weeks, and how
You're not gonna talk about the errors he made.
The errors, yes.
Oh
how all the
God.
errors he was making, and everybody was like, send him down, and he needs to sit, and all these other things. Now, do you want him out of the lineup? The kid is
Who didn't send him down?
either Brodie or Callaway. I'm not sure who's running that kind of decision making. I'm assuming
Brodie and Callaway. You would think they would make a joint decision, right?
Right, but I'm not talking about their level of baseball intelligence. I'm talking about the fans and the media. It's ridiculous. The kid is young, super talented, super potential. Just because he has a little bad stretch, you want to send him down? What do you think that's going to do to him?
Which is why
it's going to make him worse.
The same reason I asked you who made the decision not to send him down is Brodie and Callaway. What do the fans do? They destroy them too. They act the same way with them as they act with the players.
But we're talking to the fans, I guess. So that's kind of the
but
frame of mind
here's
I'm
the
going
thing.
with.
Sometimes you have to realize what's going on. I mean,
right.
Have the players take onus of for what they don't do. If a player's in a slump, it's the player's fault. Get out of it. The manager and the coaching staff will try to help him, but you can't blame the manager for everything that goes wrong. I've managed teams and I've played on teams. Managing sucks balls. It's terrible. It's the worst thing. When you have incompetent players, people that don't care, that are untalented, that can't play the game, that can't do anything right, they can't even hit, they can't even throw, people like that.
Wow.
When you have people like that, it makes it hard for you as a manager. Luckily, I had a very good team for the recent team I just managed, my softball team. Luckily, I had good guys.
Wow.
But anyway, it sucks to be a manager sometimes. And you don't get credit. You only get blame. You don't get credit for anything.
I get it. I may not have managed a baseball team, but I've managed
second guessed on everything, especially as a major league manager.
You are judged by your staff's performance, and there's a thing called manage out. So if somebody sucks, you manage them out, but you don't manage out somebody who can do it. And nobody knows more than the person who is intimately involved in the day-to-day with that individual.
Intimately? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I mean, like up close and personal, like in their stuff every day.
In their shorts?
Watching them. I didn't say that. Watching them play, watching all the reps, watching their practice, watching their work ethic. It's not a decision that the media and the fans can make. And Rosario is super. It's got to be my mic.
we
could have been that one.
We're good.
It could have been that one. Rosario is super talented.
He's 23, bro.
The kid
shouldn't even be a discussion.
The kid is big, strong, young athlete who knows how to play the game. So for all of you out there who are complaining about Rosario, cut it out, because now he is making superb snags to his left, to his right, great throws. His defense in the last 2 weeks has been superb. Every attempt has been on point. Everyone. And his range has it's almost as if his little stretch of errors helped him grow and become better defensively. he must be putting more work in, because to me his range has even improved.
Guess what happens? It's a defensive slump. People go through them too.
Correct.
It's not only offensively that you go through slumps, you go through defensive slumps also.
I believe the children of the future. Let Rosario lead the way. He's got talent and a glove to boot.
To his credit, Rosario actually had his hottest stretch at the plate during his defensive woes.
Sizzle.
I think
Did not affect them.
that had a big impact on the decision not to bench him for a couple of games or whatnot. He was hitting.
It also shows how mentally strong he is, because a lot of players, when they're struggling on one side of the game, they let it affect the other side.
So would you say that was a good managerial decision?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one we got. Jot that down. One, because we're counting.
I don't know that it helped us win any games.
His offense did. He was hitting. He was scoring runs. He was driving the ball out.
Yeah, he was also making a lot of errors.
Let's talk a little bit about Mickey
Poop
Callaway.
and milk.
Because let's talk a little bit about Mickey Callaway, right? Because the popular thing, especially with media, but the fans get all hyped up from it, is fire Mickey.
Jem says he has an idea.
Go ahead, Jem.
No, Jem's going to call in about a minute
All right.
All right, Jem, give us a call.
to
I got the Negan
talk
bat
a
ready
little
for you, Jem.
little baseball. We got Lucille in Studio 5 today.
Lucille in the house. Studio 5.
Definitely Lou Brown. He took that
captain.
team.
The
Tim,
captain.
Tim asked the question: better manager, Morris Buttermaker or Lou Brown? Definitely Lou Brown. He took that crappy Indians team. He got glasses for what's Wild Thing. He figured it all
Wait. Who's
out.
Buttermaker then? I forgot.
Buttermaker's from oh my God.
I thought Buttermaker was that guy. Who's Buttermaker? Where's Buttermaker?
No, Lou Brown
from?
is
Lou
Major
Brown,
League.
Major League. And
Yeah.
who's Buttermaker?
We're
from?
just going to have to win the whole damn thing.
Buttermaker is the Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah. Lou Brown for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because if he didn't have Kelly, what's his name, Kelly on the Bad News Bears,
He was so
He'd be
cool.
done.
That guy. He
Lou-
was so cool. Lou
with his
Brown,
little
with the mustache.
Yeah.
And he turned. He fixed Wild Thing.
I'm too damn old to wear.
Jem, are
too damn
you
old to care.
are you on?
Still sound just like. That's not 917 number.
Yeah,
New
that's
York.
Jem.
I'm wondering if there's an issue with the mic.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there's no mic.
Can you play a sound? And
There's
see?
an issue with the mic. There's no mic.
I can absolutely play. Not hearing anything out of there. Oh, I think you kicked out the oh Lord.
I just killed Kevin Mack too.
The green.
I'll do it. Stay there.
Thanks.
Jem, sorry, you're gonna have to call
Thanks,
back.
Bay. No, you could just hold on.
No, he hung up.
What do you mean, Jem? You hung up? I don't have feelings are hurt. Why would you hang up on me? I thought I meant more to you than that, Jem.
There you go. Let's see if it's working now. Yes. All right.
Call back, Jem.
This is
So
I
Jem,
didn't see your butt.
Did I show butt crack?
Jem, call back, bro. Jem is our buddy. He's from MetsJunkies.com. Check out MetsJunkies.com.
Did you see
Jem.
what Tim said? He's celebrating because he didn't miss Keith's weekly Whitney tribute.
I believe that Tim is not the future.
There we go.
Now we're working.
And I do believe that this is called for right here.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Jem. Oh, yeah. Jem is excitement.
It's truly outrageous. I love this.
All right. Jem
I love
is
it.
here live on the phone. Jem, everything okay with you?
Yeah, you know, just some high blood pressure stuff, some things that sometimes we just let get out of hand because, you know, the Mets.
Yeah, I think you
Things
should.
like-
I think you should send your bill to
Jeff
Mickey,
Wilpon.
Mickey Callaway.
Oh well. Yeah, that's true.
I think the Wilpons, BVW, and Callaway should split the bill. I can't give it to any one guy right now.
They'd go broke.
But I want to thank the three of you for calling in to put it in the book show.
Wait. I'm confused. What just happened?
I think we just lost the show. We just got kicked off.
We got a little flip flop there, right
Black
there.
Mirror, little.
No problem. We love the Put in the Book show. We watch it every week. I mean, obviously, you guys are so knowledgeable and funny to boot.
You do a great job, Mr. Jem.
You do.
You're fantastico.
All three of your personalities.
You guys touch me in such special places.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
All right, that's part of Keith's segment. You can talk to Keith about this. We'll be back.
If you would have heard the conversation we had before we went on air, which I can't repeat, but I can tell you offline, this is very fitting.
All right, Jem. So what's going on with you? What do you think? What are some of your thoughts for over the last week?
Yeah,
or so?
I just kind of wanted to touch on an idea. It's not something that I came up with. It's something that I saw floating around, and I think it's a good idea. One thing that I was seeing going around was maybe starting to test the idea of putting Ahmed Rosario in center field. The guy's built like Alfonso Soriano, which was brought to my attention, and I was like, okay, that's a good comp. And
It's actually pretty true.
He has a lot of moving parts going down to get that ground ball. The Mets will be without Juan Lagares and Carl Gomez after this season. I think it's an idea to start testing, seeing center field. I know Mauricio's probably a year and a half away, but Jimenez is solid with the rock on the defensive end. And that's something that, right now, Ahmed Rosario, I believe is the worst ranked defensive shortstop in Major League Baseball with negative 13 defensive runs or whatever. So whatever the hell that statistic is. However, I just think
how many runs score on his errors?
You know what? I mean,
Jem, that's a great freaking idea. Okay,
Yeah,
kid,
so-
that's a great idea.
here,
Jimenez is so solid.
Can you write that down on the back of your doctor bill that you send in?
Yeah, write that down. Give them
Oh,
some
maybe that's
suggestions, so maybe they'll actually win a game or have a better future for our
we
team.
gotta buy a new cable.
Those are great
Yeah.
suggestions.
We're talking about the Wilpons here. It's either going to be the bill or the suggestion. They're not going to say both.
Well, I'm willing for you to suffer so that we win. So I'll do that for you. I'll do that. I'll go through that for you guys. I'll let you suffer, Jem, and the Mets will win. I'll let that happen. So
The greater need for the many outweigh the need for the few. Is that how the thing goes?
there you go, young man. You got that right.
So listen, his speed is also. I mean, that's a great idea.
He went back on a ball today really, really well and actually caught it in front of
I
Dominic
saw that.
Smith.
Yeah.
You didn't see that because you were at work. So, but that was a really great
Thanks,
play.
Rodriguez. I didn't see it. He's right. That's my boy right there.
Anyway, Jem, that's a great suggestion, man. This kid Jimenez is supposed to be a superstar defensively.
Yeah, defensively, absolutely. And right now, you know what? It's just an idea. We can't sit and say that this is going to be the savior for 2019. I think this is something that it would be an off-season work in progress. So, however, if Rosario is an athletic kid, let me not make it seem like the kid can't move.
He can play center field. I'll tell you right now that if he's playing shortstop in the major leagues, he can play center field in the major leagues a lot easier than shortstop.
And he's got some big strides. Like when he starts moving, if he's tracking down a ball, he's got long legs.
And he has a
fast.
shortstop's arm in center field.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. That's
a
great idea.
I never even thought of that. I wonder if that's thought of in the organization.
The best part of all this.
Jem just came up with it. We just broke news on this show.
Jem.
In the meantime,
Put his music back on.
Really good
let
music.
Get some more music.
The really good music.
Give Jem some more music.
Wait, but the best part of it all is, in the meantime, we can use Jed Lowry at shortstop.
Boom, boom,
Oh,
boom,
you had to
boom.
say something dumb, didn't you?
One thing that I haven't seen also is if Lowry's contract has any insurance added on it. I'm guessing not.
Keep the money.
2-year deal.
Keep the money coming.
So I haven't heard anything about it.
And by the way, I read something the other day, and I told you just in passing, was that the Wilpons are not willing right now to fire Callaway because they don't want to pay his salary the rest of the year and then pay another manager.
Oh, dude, why? Who cares?
And his salary is $850,000.
Oh, okay, well, now I didn't know it was that low.
That's nothing.
Or well, what they can do then is put.
It's not poop and milk. It's
it's
legit.
you're bringing up Callaway, so
You were going to.
I wasn't going to.
we were starting to segue into Callaway. You're bringing him up a little bit, so let's kind of talk about that and specifically kind of mention how Chris Russo. I don't know if you've seen Jem on the Put in the Book show. Steve put up a thing about Chris Mad Dog Russo ranting about the Mets, and he made a lot of good points.
Very good points.
And one of them is, who do you got to bring up? Jim Riggleman, and he's like, nothing against Jim.
He's like
Riggleman,
a vulture waiting for managers to fucking to freaking die off.
Yeah, so
I wanted to play the clip, but it's
Jim
6 minutes long.
Riggleman is like
That's too long.
He's like the guy who looks at the obituaries to see what apartments are available. He's just sitting in the wings waiting for that opportunity to jump in. And
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
My bad to cut you off, Keith, but this makes me raise a couple of other questions. With that in mind, and I hate to be this person, I think this is the professional wrestling mark in me that loves that kind of stuff, but is Jim Riggleman possibly withholding the best information when it comes to relaying it to Mickey for his good?
But it's also ultimately Mickey's.
I think he whispered in his ear yesterday, "Go get Thor.
Days of our lives.
Go take Thor out."
It's ultimately Mickey's decision, and he could tell him to off and do what he wants to do. So,
yeah, but you're gonna defer to a guy with experience.
And another question it makes me think is Riggleman good for the job, since he's the one really helping Callaway doing exactly what he's doing right now?
Yeah, you're not making a change, right? You're keeping the same.
And Keith Hernandez went your route yesterday. I don't know if you watched the whole broadcast, but he spoke about nowadays.
Then he was right.
No, he was 100% right. I agree with you when you said it. But he spoke about how you're not there to be friends with the ball players.
You're not there to be friends with the ball players. You can be friendly, but you can't be friends.
You know what? You can be friends when you're winning. That's it.
Can't be friends when you win. They're beneath you. You're a manager. You can't if you treat one too special,
okay.
all the other ones get upset.
Well,
It's like children raising a bunch of millennials.
Puppies and colors.
Rodriguez's favorite group of people, millennials.
But let's turn this around.
No, I like millennials. I just don't like you.
Let's turn this around positive.
There it is. Give us some good news, Jem. What do you got? Some good news.
My good news, the best news is, the Mets are coming off 2 straight. It's a good sign. It was a tough time in Arizona. That would have been the perfect time to get it turned around. However, it wasn't. That's not the case. None of us can do anything about that. Let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep this momentum going. Vargas, I think everyone should just shut up about him now at this point. Let's just leave the science teacher alone.
That's true. That's true, Jem.
Sorry, Jem, I'm looking at Keith here.
Okay. Yes. Vargas.
I get lost doing the same thing all the time.
Hold on one sec, Jem. Vargas has been great. And every time he's been great, I give him the credit. And I even went as far as to say the game he pitched was a gem. No pun intended. It was a gem. So I give him credit when credit is due. But aside from his last stretch, not much credit has been due. So whatever.
Well,
they can look at me all they want.
You're forgetting his second half of last season.
Listen, if he does well, I will say he does well. But when he sucks, I'm going to say he sucks. And through his Met career, he has sucked more than he has done well. But he has really been the best consistent pitcher we've had. Well, DeGrom too, but DeGrom is, he's not DeGrom this year. It's almost like he has a sophomore curse off of a Cy Young year.
He's a really good 5th starter.
It's like
Vargas.
Yeah.
You're 100% right, Rod. He's a fantastic. He would be a fantastic 5th starter if he could just kind of even out his playing field, stop being extremely crappy, and stop being an ace.
Yeah, get consistent.
Just middle it out a little bit. He would be a great fourth, fifth guy. But the thing is, the way I feel is if we're going to give Steven Matz the benefit of the doubt, let's do the same for Vargas. If we're going to do it for this guy, let's do it for that guy. And I know he's a veteran. He's been on the Mets a couple times. He's been around the league quite, a bit. I would just like to let the man breathe because at the end of the day, I don't think he's sitting and reading what I'm writing about him, but I would hate to be adding pressure on someone and just be making it worse.
Well, so you're going to give him a truce then, Keith? Give him a truce. Truce on Vargas then until...
I don't need to give him
3 games. Give him a truce.
I don't need to give a truce. There was no war in the first place. It's you suck. I'm going to call you out on it as a Met fan. If you're good, I'm going to say you're good. And he's been good. He's been really good. And in order for me, when I see Vargas starting, you need to be consistent for me to say, okay, we got a shot tonight. And he's starting to make me feel that way. Prior to this year,
he's been the best, most consistent pitcher.
In August and September last year, he had an ERA in the low 3s.
Right, when we were in the tank, and he helped us get into the tank. But this year, he's been good from the beginning of the year. Yeah, and when he's starting, I'm like, okay, we got a chance. The only thing that I get upset with...
Sorry, who didn't help us get to the tank last year?
It's okay, don't be sorry. I'm not done.
Who didn't?
I'm sorry, I'm not done. So when he starts...
Who contributed to our wins last year?
When he starts a game, and I'm like, great, 5 innings. Now we got to rely on 4 innings of a crap-ass bullpen. But it seems like now Callaway's allowing him to stretch his starts. If Callaway allows him to stretch his starts, we'll be better. My biggest thing with him this year is 5 innings. And then the bullpen.
So all of baseball, the average baseball, the starter is 5.3 innings.
5.3 innings.
So Vargas is just average.
We have to keep in mind that, and of course we all know this, he did just pitch a complete game. So I would think there was reasoning for not pushing him as far as we did during those times. And I would
he was coming off of little injuries.
There'll be news tomorrow that Vargas has a strained elbow.
I swear that's what I thought. As soon as he pitched a complete game, 117 pitches, I said to myself,
expect that, and
his career is over.
Career is over.
But he's not a hard thrower, so he
Another
can
Santana
do that. Yeah, but he's not a hard thrower, so he can do that.
The fact that I like Vargas so much now, after that little wink he gave to Delano, that guy on first base when he got a hit off of him in the ninth, he gave him a little wink, a little smooch or something like that. He did. I was like, this guy is enjoying baseball no matter what we say, no matter what poor Jem writes about him. Terrible job, Jem, writing bad things about him. No matter what, I'm going to tell him too. I'm going to tell him when I see him. Well, no matter what happens, the guy's having fun. He's getting paid. He's enjoying his life. What the heck, man? You got to like a guy like that, especially in our team.
So if it makes all of you feel better, I will say that Vargas has helped to instill confidence in me when I see his name as the starting pitcher for the day. Yes, he has done that.
Let me just add a tiny bit to that because there is a little bit of intangible to it too. I've never seen any teammate throw Vargas under the bus. As a matter of fact, I remember when he was playing for Kansas City. Either it was Kansas City or Seattle. I believe it was Kansas City.
Kansas City.
There was a team brawl that he wasn't the pitcher, but Vargas was the first guy out of the bench scrapping. And that's the guy I want on my team.
He does look like a barfly. He does look like the guy who sits. He probably finds a place in Flushing and he has a few beers and chicken wings every day after a game, and that's okay as long as you're going to pitch the way you're pitching. I can give a crap what you do, and you're going to be the first one out the dugout. But speaking of the first one out of the Mets dugout scrapping, Dom Smith.
Love it.
Dom Smith is that guy.
He's all up in there. He's like. And what? And Ramos. I'm digging that.
Well, Buffalo, he's huge, man. He's Buffalo. That dude is big. I would not scrap with him. I wouldn't fight him.
So to your point, and this is what we were talking about earlier, and you know a little bit about it. I won't get into it again. If you want to hear about it, check out our pre-show interlude on Facebook.
Interlude.
Sexy. Farace was talking about with that individual who was upset about negative things. It's not about being negative. It's about being realistic as to what facts are. And Vargas has not been good this year, prior to this year. I know you want to give him August, September, but he helped us get in a tank last year. There's no doubt about that. So I'm not going to give him
offense had nothing to do with it.
it had a lot to do with it, but his ERA was 7. So we're going to go ahead and look at this year. And
that one you can't fight.
He has been. Now he's going to look at stats. He sucked last year. I don't care what Farace says, but this year he has been
10 ERA of 5.77.
He's been very.
He was 7-9.
I know you want to like drip all the grease out of his hair.
He was 7-9.
Fry your French fries in it because you love.
He
him
was
so
7.
much.
He was 2 games
You
under
wanna have
500.
Vargas hair grease French fries.
But the Mets scored 2 runs a game.
You want to? He must give you a return. That's what it is.
You get DNA. You get DNA from Vargas and Sadi.
Yeah, and Vargas
is
does
it?
the reach around for him. It's
Why,
got to be.
why are you talking about that?
I don't know.
We all earn the right to be
What do you mean?
frustrated.
I was talking about like
anytime
reaching
any
around
player
the
does
car.
that, and Vargas has been doing during that little stretch. That was the worst stretch of pitching I've seen.
It was
in my
terrible.
life.
It was.
Yeah, he was the worst. He was the absolute worst.
But he won't forget, Jim.
Okay,
He won't let it go.
We were talking as much as Farace wants to talk shit about how much he wants to defend Vargas. We're talking about we prefer Rodriguez out there than Vargas several times last year.
I could have done it. I'm telling you.
So, okay,
He would have went 3 innings.
but
I could go.
here's the
dude,
thing:
I could go
as much as
7
you want to
innings
defend him,
easy.
There's
with,
no way.
With a defense, I guarantee
0.
as much
I
as you
throw
want
like
to defend
300
him,
pitches when I used to play. Like 300
When
in
I
4
used to
innings,
play.
big
which was
picture,
last week.
he sucked last year. That's the big picture. Big picture this year, he is one of our most solid
does
starters.
suck.
That's what it is.
He did.
But last year, big picture, aside from those little instances you're speaking of, he
The
sucked.
last 2 months of the year.
He sucked. The big picture, he sucked last year.
So okay, he sucked for 4 out of 6 months.
What,
Yes.
what did Jim say?
Okay, so that's the majority. What's up, Jim?
Hopefully he can redeem himself. You know,
He's
that's all
doing
we can really
that.
ask
No,
for.
he's doing that. He's been very consistent. I have hardly dogged him. The only time I dogged him this year was when the season first started because I still had the effects of last year. And he did start the season and, a little bit up and down, but he's been pretty solid on the level, giving us, as Farace would like to say, a chance every game. Now that he's going past the 5th inning, it's pretty amazing. If this guy can pitch 6-7 innings every outing,
The problem is he's got to talk to prove himself right. To
You're right.
himself.
And I'll tell you what, if he
I'm
doesn't,
talking to
I
Jim, you
will
jerk.
fly over there and
Jeez.
personally poop in his milk.
And
I
you're the
will
one
do
that's
it
you're the one that's
myself.
combating me. That's right. Pooping everybody's milk, Jim. Screw that.
I got a lot. I got a big butt. And it can go around.
And you know what? Pooping in other people's milk will help relieve your stress and lower your blood pressure.
All right,
That's
listen,
You know
right,
what?
Jim.
Jem, but before
you. Guys, thank you so much.
listen, before we let you go, I the other day Todd Frazier hit a home run, and as he was rounding second base, he looked at his wrist. I don't know if you guys noticed this, and Gary said, "Did he just look at his wrist?" So they did a replay, and as he's rounding, he does this as if to look at his watch.
Yep.
So
He had a
Steve,
watch on?
so he doesn't have a watch on, but
Oh.
Steve Gelbs, they said, Steve, go ask him. Why did you just start doing this? So this was Steve Gelbs asking Todd Frazier, why do you look at your wrist after a home run? Here we go.
Don't go
when you
nowhere,
were
Jim.
around in second base, looked like you looked down almost at a watch. What was that about?
You must have seen in my home runs. I do it every time. Yeah, so I've been doing that ever since my first couple of years in Cincinnati, and it's just something I've always done.
What's it about?
Man, he just loved getting me on. Yeah, I just it wasn't the right time, basically. That was it. I checked my watch and let him know it wasn't the right time to throw that pitch, basically. So this will take off like wildfire. Appreciate it. I was just doing beautiful until you said that thing. But no, people have known that. I've done it my whole career. It's just something, like Edwin Encarnacion has the little parrot thing. That's just my little thing there.
I thought that was pretty cool.
So he does a
I
little
don't know
dig
if
and
you
nobody
guys
knew about
know,
it.
but Edwin Encarnacion actually put some heat towards Frazier because he thought he was mocking Frazier because Encarnacion, when he hits a home run, he holds a parrot on his wrist.
Yes.
A parrot seat or something of that nature. So Encarnacion took some exception to it while Frazier was with the White Sox briefly for like a year and a half, I believe.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Frazier is a true blue up north,
I love it.
northeast.
Love it.
He's like, And what? Like, he'll get in your face. He doesn't care.
He just didn't want him to bring it up because he said, I've been hitting so well now. You just screwed the whole damn thing. But he had a home run today, so we're all good.
So what do you think,
flick of
guys?
his
I know
wrist.
we said we'd give a cue, and maybe now's the cue.
No, Jem deserves a shot.
Yeah,
I think we should give Jem a
We're
shot.
going to give you a shot to win the Alonso rookie card.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But just to get you warmed up. Here you go. Feed off of it. All right, Keith has the
I'm
card.
about to explode glitter.
Keith has the card in his mouth.
Not a good thought there. Jem.
And
Not a good thought.
you need light.
No, I'm good. I'm not that old.
All right, which one you gonna give him? The hardest one first, right?
I'm gonna.
William, welcome to the show.
Okay.
Did you say hi to Cat?
As
I
of
didn't.
the end of the 2008 season. So you're racing what has happened in the last 11 years. As of the end of the 2008 season, no Mets player has struck out 1,000 times or more while playing for the. I don't like how this is worded. Okay, as of the end of the 2008 season, no Mets player has struck out 1,000 or more times. That sounds better. While playing for the team. Is this true or is this false?
Oh, wow. A true or false?
2000. So since 2008 and on, correct? Right?
2008, as of the end of the 2008 season.
So from 1962 to 2008.
Right. Has there been any Met that has ever struck out 1,000 times or more?
I mean,
I'd have to say,
yeah, I'd have to say yes. I'd have to say there were Mets that had struck out at least 1,000 times.
Is that your final answer? Is true?
I'm going to say true.
I'm going to see if there's a correct sound effect for.
No?
You got it, bro. You got it.
What was that? Do it again?
Goal. Yay!
I could have just done this.
This is
I'll give you extra brownie points if you can tell me who is the player that struck out 1,000 times or more.
I mean, I'd like to think Todd Hundley did it at least.
That's
once,
a
right?
really good guess. I don't know how many. It's not the right answer, but that's a really good guess. I wouldn't even thought that.
1,000 times is a Met.
1,000 times strikeout?
All right, you guys, quick.
1,000 times is a Met.
And this is a long history. We're going from this includes 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and early 2000s.
Crane pool.
That's also a very good guess.
17 years.
17 years. He struck out at least.
I would guess. I know the answer, but I would guess Kingman.
Okay.
That's
Who would
he
you
struck
guess?
out a lot. He struck out a lot.
I probably would have went with Rodriguez because of the length
length.
of time.
Darryl Strawberry
Strawman struck out 1,000 times with us.
That long swing,
holds the
that
team
long swing.
record with. Wait.
He's got the wrong answer. The wrong answer. He's got the wrong
Something
answer to the wrong
Something
question.
happened.
No, it's right.
Okay.
It's right.
What?
It's Darryl Strawberry, but it says 960. I don't know why. It says true. The answer says true, and then it says Darryl Strawberry has 960.
I don't think you won this, Jem. I
Can I
think
see?
there's. Can we read the question in English?
Here's what the question really said.
It says exactly how I read it.
Which one did you read? Oh, the blue one. As of the end of the 2008 season, no Mets player has struck out 1,000 or more times while playing with the team.
True or false?
So the answer is
False, but it says
true.
no player.
Gotcha. So
The answer is true.
All right.
He screwed United like what, 16
Because
strikeouts?
it says no Mets player has ever done it. You jerk.
So you made him think the opposite.
No, I read it
Jem,
exactly.
you
as
didn't
it-
win.
No, he did win. He said true. I read it exactly how it's.
He said true to the wrong question, but Jem, we're giving it to you.
This is what
I read it exactly how it says here.
On behalf
Yes, it
of
did.
how
He
much
said
I
no Mets player.
truly appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that calls in and
So what says
watches.
it? What does it say before Mets? What's that two-letter word?
I'd love to pass the card on to another diehard fan. And
Oh, that's
I would
nice
love
of
to
you.
get-
Oh, you
Yeah,
sure
I'd
you
love
want
to
to do that? You did win it. I'm just messing
No,
with you.
I want to give someone else the opportunity to win it, to be really honest. I've had so much fun dealing with all three of you guys. That's my prize. I'll take that home. I'll take you guys home
I'm
with
taking
me.
a picture
Come
of
on,
it now.
let's go.
What a nice guy. We're going to Vegas, guys.
Yes. All right, buddy.
Actually, you know what? I've never been a Vegas person, but if I ever do go to Vegas, I'm gonna hit you up, Jim. We're gonna hang out.
We're linking up. We're linking up, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, again, I appreciate everything that y'all done for me. Since forever. Besides that, have a great show.
Thanks,
and
brother.
man, I'll be tuned in.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you
All
too.
right, Jeb, take it easy.
Hey,
All right.
Bill. My
Take care,
brother,
guys. Love you.
my brother said Kingman. That's who I would have guessed too. Is Kingman. I would have guessed Kingman.
Tim
To
says
me,
Tim said Benny Aguiani.
he didn't play long enough, but that's probably a good guess if he
But
did.
it's a great guess.
All right, let's
2 years.
But yeah.
Let's cram-
2 years.
Let's cram in the Mets moment of the week here. I went back to
Brought to you by
Oh yeah. Who's
Keith?
the Mets moment brought to you by?
Farace.
Brooklyn Water Coffee. Brooklyn Water
No,
Coffee.
Farace. I don't have the props.
He doesn't have the props.
Say it again. Say it again.
Brooklyn Water
I don't know how that thing's
Coffee.
gonna fly. I'm a little nervous.
Do the intro. Good God, he's
This-
killing everything.
This segment is brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters. From their roastery to your front door. If you go online right now to Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters and check out all of their awesome flavors, such as dark roast, dark chocolate,
The best.
full of
Hands down
rich
the best.
chocolatey flavor with how many calories?
Zero.
No calories. Or right here, as we like to call Rodriguez, that's why he threw it at me, jacked up cupcake. It is a rich, vanilla, delicious cupcake tasting coffee.
That's racist.
And why? Vanilla is a flavor. It's a
Okay,
plant. It's
my
a
bad.
bean.
Focus. Back to the commercial.
No, I want to talk about this now. So, jacked up cupcake over there. And jacked up cupcake has how many calories?
Zero.
There's also tons of other flavors on there. Check it out. If you go online right now, the first 2 you order, you get your third free using the code PETE20, capital PETE 20. And that's at BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com from their roastery to your front door. Guaranteed to be delivered within 24 hours of its roast date. Boom.
They have
24
a,
hours. Point at him.
they have a
24
new
hours, baby.
they have a new flavor. It's called the Glen. Strawberry flavored.
Is that real?
No. Made that up.
Where was the joke? Was that a joke?
Bloody head.
You
Strawberry.
should just hit yourself with that.
Yeah, you really should.
Wait.
No, I'm not gonna do that
Give
to
it to
myself.
yourself. Be
Yeah.
a man and give it to yourself.
Fine.
That was worse than
Thank you.
Gallagher smashing a watermelon and people laughing at it. That was just terrible, dude. You're worse than
You didn't
Carrot
like
Top.
Gallagher?
No,
You didn't like Gallagher, really?
Interesting.
no.
How could you not like Gallagher? It's like
He doesn't
mindless,
have a sense of humor. That's why.
mindless fun.
The first time was funny.
Every time was funny.
Was that a cat?
There's a beast. There's a beast in the house. Speaking of beast, Stranger Things 3 coming out in 1 month. Can't wait.
Okay, Mets, focus. Tim needs his own music. What music? we
So
gonna
Tim,
give
what music did you want?
Yeah, I mean, I asked him. He didn't respond to me.
I think we should give Tim the Macho Man music.
Could be a situation.
It's a little slow
Why is
though.
your mom barfing?
Probably because of strawberry flavored coffee.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right. Now the moment of the week.
Okay, now the moment of the week brought to you by Broken Water Coffee.
Here we go. 1999. We're going 20 years ago.
Oh.
The 10th time there's been a tiebreaker playoff in the history of Major League Baseball. And up to now, one of the greatest pitching performances ever seen in one of these. And it's caught by Alfonso at second base. And Al Leiter has completed a two-hit shutout. And it has put the Mets into the playoffs for the first time in 11 years. And this one was Leiter's first complete game of the season.
That was 1999. Al Leiter in the wild card game, 5-0 victory over the Cincinnati Reds.
Mr. Twitch.
Fonzie put us on the board first with a 2-run shot to center field, and that is all
the Royds he could use.
The Mets needed.
I wasn't even born yet. It's crazy.
Okay.
Roy head.
See, my mom loves Gallagher.
Good for her.
Pomp and circumstance. That's true. That's true. We can do that.
He wants pomp.
Well, that's the Macho Man.
Oh, yeah.
So Timmy and I got kicked out of graduation practice in junior high school.
Of course you did. In junior high school.
When they would do when they would play the graduation song for rehearsal, Tim and I would do the Macho Man. Or we got in trouble. Yeah.
We should put Tim. You should post the dub smash thing that you did with the Macho Man onto the group page.
Definitely.
Some news and notes that we didn't really go over. Cano is back. Now he's gone again. McNeil is back. Obviously, gets the big hit today. Coming off the bench. Brandon Nimmo is heading out on a rehab assignment, so he'll be back. Hopefully, hitting this time.
Yep.
Don't even miss him. I don't even miss him.
I don't miss it. Well, I miss him a little bit.
I don't.
He's playing Thursday in Port St. Lucie. I wish we can get up there, but
next week.
Next week. So sometimes
next week.
No, this week.
Today.
Yeah. I guess I read yesterday's news, but it's nice to see his hustle, and I think he's got potential. He just had a really bad start. So hopefully this little situation.
He's a better option than Gomez.
He is. Gomez. Gomez has been a lot of fun as a team guy, but I'd rather Gomez than Lagares. Lagares had a good game today. I know everybody will, but I'd rather have Gomez than Lagares coming off the bench.
Don't look at me.
You'd rather have Gomez and Lagares? They're both betting on the 200.
But I haven't seen Gomez fail as long as I've seen Lagares fail.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I want mustard on my biscuits and poop in my milk.
But look, Lagares had a great game today, right? An amazing catch in the outfield, but
broke the wall.
Muscles.
Now the Wilpons got to pay something else, and now they're not going to go sign anybody.
There you go. Now Kimbrel doesn't get signed.
No, Kimbrel's a Cub, by the way. 3 years, $45 million.
$45 million.
Congratulations, Kimbrel.
3 years, $45 million.
Yeah, good.
Sure.
We have familia, right, Mama Farace? We have familia.
The two biggest familia fans, Rodriguez and Mama Farace. Without a doubt, hands down. That's the La Familia fan club. I wonder what Jim Brewer has to say these days about Familia.
I haven't seen much
La
of Jim
Familia.
Brewer. I haven't seen much of Jim Brewer. But I've been waiting for the Mets to click since last year. Since June of last year. May. When did we go like 0 for a million? What month was that?
June. We were 5. And by the way, we were going over the schedule.
Schedule is scary.
It's not a pretty thing. Let's
schedule.
Let's run down the schedule really quick. I can get through the script. So Colorado comes to town and they've been hot. And Nolan Arenado, in the month of May, since May 1st,
the beast.
10 home runs, 33 RBIs since May 1st.
The whole team is
how many RBIs does Cano have?
14.
14 RB. I think he has 13. Oh, because he drove in a run yesterday. On that weak dribbler.
Well, it worked.
So anyway, that's
no. Hold on. Let's pause right there. I got a little bit.
Don't pause me.
I'm gonna pause you because I got a little bit to add to that. Right. So Echevarria, who has not been so diarrhea, right? He has been. He's been a good replacement, and he's been in the middle of everything. So, well, not everything, but he's been doing really well. He has, I think, 13 RBIs.
He has more. Does he have 4 home runs now?
And 4 home runs in 60.
You cannot be saying that. You cannot be saying in a straight face that you think Echevarria is a better player than Robinson Cano.
I'm just saying what the stats are, and you form your own opinion.
I say the stats are, and then I can't have an opinion. Oh,
Yeah.
now he's gonna go look at stats.
Because that's what you do.
Right.
Right.
Poop and milk. I'm just
Poop and
stating
milk.
facts.
I was getting the poop out of the milk before.
No, you weren't.
weren't. See?
What do you mean?
You were dropping the deuce right in the glass.
When I said that Vargas had a good end of the season last year?
Pull up.
Do you want to hear the stats?
And then I went like this to get my phone, and he's like, now he's gonna pull up stats.
So Echeverria in 62 at bats has
He doesn't
had.
even know he's doing this.
62.
He's batted 242. He's got 13 RBIs, and he's got 4 home runs. Cano in 172 at bats
Oh my god.
is batting 238 with 14 RBIs and 3 home runs.
And he's a jogger.
And he's a jogger.
And he's a jogger. So my point is,
Unless Cano has lost all his skill and ability, I'm not picking Echeverria over him in any.
that's not what I'm saying.
game
That's not what I'm saying to do. All I'm saying is Cano is performing at Echeverria level.
My wonderful wife has joined. Hello, wife.
Cano is performing at Echeverria level.
Why you gotta insult him?
I'm not. But and to boot, he's insulting himself. These are his stats. I'm only throwing the facts out there. To boot, Echeverria did that in about a little more than a third of the at bats of Cano.
So are you saying that Cano needs roids?
Yes, I've said this. No, I'm not kidding. Juice him up until he gets caught, because otherwise, I don't know what's wrong with him. Right? To me, this is the age where they break down. Is he breaking down, or is he just truly having trouble adjusting? Because I could tell you, it's not going to get easier as a Met player to play the way and perform the way he's performing. The Met fans are all over him, bro. Did you see it? Boo! They were booing. They booed him out, and the man was limping off.
The worst thing about it is that he's an ex-Skanky.
Yeah,
You know, you can't. You as a Met fan, you give hope and you kind of give yourself, let yourself be a whore basically for these guys. You know, because you'll even root for a Skanky. Sorry, Tim, not you, Tim.
well, Tim hates him anyway.
Tim doesn't
Well,
like
I know Tim hates him, but I'm saying Skanky, and Tim is a good guy, but he's still a Skanky. The point is, it's going to be easier to freaking roast him because he's a Skanky, and he shows no effort when he plays. A lot of times it is that he's really smooth. A lot of times he might be lollygagging a little bit. He might be taking it easy, so you can play the whole year. But he's been an all-star, man. He's been a real player for a long time.
I'd rather him play 110 games, balls to the wall, than 162 lollygagging.
Tim says he's broken. All right,
he may be broken. Yeah.
I think he's broken. I'm going to be honest. I think we've got a broken product.
Then we move on.
Once the
we
droids,
move on. You got Andre Jimenez in the
but we're
minors
stuck
ready
with
to
this
come up.
$25 million a year for the next, what is it, 3 years now? 4 years?
You move on. You eat the money.
I think once
Be a team. Be a New York team.
I think he started taking those droids. I don't think he was always a roid head. Droids. I don't think he was always a roid head. I think he started taking those roids because his age dictated the fact that he needs them, and he got caught. And I think he's showing that breakdown that was being covered up by the roids for however long it was.
Yeah,
being
the same
covered
thing
up.
that happened to A-Rod. The same thing happened to all these guys, the Maguires, Cansecos, all of them. They all got Ramirez. All of them, mostly, some of them were able to come back fairly okay. Some of them were able to go get through it okay, like an Ortiz, Big Papi. You know, a lot of those guys that came and went and just dropped out of.
Big Papi had
they just died.
Fortunate pleasure of being in the American League, so he became a DH.
He was always a DH.
Well, he played first base half the time.
Yeah, but you know he was.
And then it
always
went
a DH.
to like none of the time. But if Cano could play DH, it would probably be in his best interest to play DH. And he doesn't look like. And I know everybody. Oh, he's smooth, and that's the way he is. He doesn't look like his heart is in it. And if you're banged up, it'll remove your heart from it even more. It's just
that's the way he's been his entire career. That's how he just moves around.
He's just hurt right now. You know, let him come back healthy and see if he can hit. That's the way. I'm going to leave it at that.
You think he's going to go into the DL stick?
I think so.
He has to. Yeah, he looked hurt. Or he's going to do that, hurt. Or just sit down for a week.
He just kept saying it's tightness.
Keep up a roster. No.
So he's just going to be on the bench for a little bit. That's all.
I'm sorry. When you're 36 years old, tightness could mean a lot more. Not that 36 is old, but physically, when you're feeling pain, the resilience of your body from 25 to 36 is a whole different ballgame.
Of course.
Everything's treatment. If you get to it right away, you deal with it right away. You can get out of it faster.
And hydration,
all that good stuff. 36 is not going to be that
36 is young,
big a
but
problem.
36 and injured is different than 25 and injured. It's just
of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get back to the schedule.
All right.
Droids would be so much better. Right. We should put droids in his blood system.
Cano's not going to be playing much. All right, so we got Colorado at home. Then we head over to the Bronx to play the Skanks for a couple of games. We got a day off Wednesday, which would be a good night for our next show. We'll see.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah. Then we play. Then we're back at home against the Cardinals for 4. Then we have a road trip. 3 at Atlanta. 4 against the Cubs.
Nice.
And 4 against the Phillies.
Awesome.
Then we're back home for Atlanta,
Boo.
the Yankees,
Yay,
and the Phillies.
Boo.
So can I just say,
Heading into that, that's going into the All-Star break
in Citizens Bank, City Field.
So we're gonna be like 20 games under 500, basically. Mm-hmm. 20 games under 500 by the time we get to the All-Star break. Season's over.
We already have 40% of the victories that we had all this June.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're 50% a ridiculous statement person.
So
it's the truth. Last June we won 5 games. This June we've won 2 already.
Why do you even bring it up though? It's like such a brutal thing to be thinking of. What are you thinking about it for?
La caca.
Because I know what this team is capable of.
En el leche.
Well,
yes.
Every team is capable of sucking
La caca.
Nah, not many teams are capable of 5-21.
Leche con caca.
Yeah, it is a pretty bad season.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad June.
All
This
right,
will be a better June.
You guys have anything else that you'd like to discuss about the New York Metropolitans?
Let me check our rundown. And see
I
if we
just
make sure
want to
we cover all
know.
points.
We did not go over the draft picks, but we can do that next week.
Yeah, we'll go over the draft pick next week because we're going a little long. But I do want to do a Fwakata.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Oh, no.
Tell me it's Michael Jackson.
We'll find out.
MJ.
You are live on the Put It in the Book show. What's up?
MJ, is it you?
I want that goddamn Pete Alonso card.
Listen, he's a grown adult. He's not underage.
Yeah.
And it's not something you should
He's not your type, Mikey.
You wouldn't be interested.
But he's so young.
Michael
Young as
Jackson
both.
joining
It's
us.
20, not 2.
Yeah.
He hits dingers.
He does hit a lot of dongs.
He
That's
does
right.
like playing with dongs.
And if he hits 2 home runs, what is it?
That's a double dong.
That's a double dong.
I like double dong.
I'm calling the cops.
Oh, my
Calm,
gosh.
please. Tim, what's going on, brother?
How's it going, fellas?
So you good with pomp and circumstance?
Of course.
I
wanted to do my wedding song, but my wife wouldn't allow it.
Do you remember when we got kicked out of graduation practice? Pomp and
Oh,
circumstance?
constantly.
Yeah,
Constantly.
it was more than one. And then what was the other lady, Miss Fox? And we swore she had a wig on, I think it was. And we go,
Wicked.
and we got thrown out of.
At graduation, I got warned coming down to
Yes.
not do it.
Because we
They'll throw me out of graduation.
Oh,
I'm not going to get thrown out of graduation. Calm down.
And what happened?
And I still throw up the hand every now and then to do the Macho Man. I didn't care.
And then we had Fez. We got warned. Don't throw your caps in the air.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, I'm gonna do it, and everybody pussed out. Nobody threw the caps in the air, and you just see my buddy Fez's cap, the only person, fly across the stadium at Queens College. Yeah, those were the days. So pop and circumstance for Tim.
Yep.
We got to download that for Timmy.
We will get it queued up for next week, sir.
Yes.
Well, I just want to say I think Chris Russo jinxed the Yankees, so I think you guys are going to do good again in that series. Him and his big mouth.
So Kuchel said he would shave his beard for the Yankees, or otherwise known as Keiko.
I mean, what am I going to say? No, I don't want him. But, again, it's about price and years and all that stuff. I mean, he's a guy that's been sitting on the bench all year.
Yeah,
Gotta
it's
see
gonna
what
take
they
him a while
got.
to get stretched out.
Right. So let's look what happened to Gio Gonzalez.
Stretched
Right.
out.
Stretched.
Speaking of,
Gape. Let's talk about Gio Gonzalez, where
Dead arm.
He's got dead arm now. So
Gio Gonzalez is dead arm. He hasn't even pitched.
that's so hot. Yeah,
What
he,
is-
he pitched like 6 games that he hasn't pitched yet.
Mhm.
He pitched like 6 games, and he actually did a pretty decent job. But
Dead arm.
he's got dead arm now because he didn't have the same workout routine. I don't care
He
how
throws
much.
50.
I don't care how much simulated games you pitch.
Come on.
You don't.
Come on,
You don't have the
Gio.
same. Oh, you like that catch from my crotch? You don't throw the same pitching
Crotch
routine
catching.
as the rest of the.
Coming
know,
on ABC News.
you don't go through spring training, have the pitching routine,
Is it
go through
real?
coaching, go through live games.
Crotch
It's
catching.
you're not going to be as in shape as the rest of the team. It's a fact.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Can you hear me? Can you hear the words?
Hey
coming out of
Tim,
my mouth?
I don't know if you you caught it, but we got some good news yesterday, and we are now on iHeartRadio.
Yay.
Nice. Congrats, boys.
Yes,
Good stuff.
Keith is shushing me. So and again, it's not just this show; it's the entire CineSportsTalk radio network.
And
Yeah, even Kyle.
even your sister's ass. And I'm just throwing it
My
out there
sister's
because
ass?
right. Well, for you it would be.
She is in Florida.
Is that Janet Jackson?
Oh, really? Heather's in Florida.
Yeah, Heather's in Florida.
That's pretty cool, man. A lot of people came to Florida. You know, Dino Glicklis is down here. I'm throwing his name out there. He's probably
Dino.
They're having a reunion show on.
watching. Yeah.
William. Thanks, Jem. We appreciate that. William, who's pitching tomorrow?
I don't know, bro. It was supposed
it's
to
been
be
announced.
Grom. Oh, it has
It
been
is
announced.
Jacob DeGrom.
Oh, okay, so Jacob DeGrom. Actually, my brother's going to the game
Cy
tomorrow
Grom.
with a bunch of his buddies that I grew up with. So he's going to be at a good game.
Tell him to send us something.
Bring us some good luck, brothers. Post some pictures, Bill. Post it up on the.
Don't
put in the
post
books.
pictures. Send us something nice.
Listen, he's greedy.
You know, that's the other thing we had in common, right, Keith? Growing up, we had the 2 most feared brothers in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's true. Frankie and
That's
Bill.
why nobody messed with us because they knew our brothers.
It's true.
Well, Keith's brother has already yelled at me once.
My brother already threatened Farace. I told something about his foot, his ass, or
It
something.
didn't take much.
Yeah, my brother and Frank were like the toughest guys in the area. You know, they just
Nice.
kind of. My
I
brother,
like it.
yeah. I used to not tell my brother sometimes if somebody, because my brother would just
What?
and
You
just
didn't
go
want him to go
kick
to
his
jail.
ass. Yeah, and it was just like, well, I don't want everybody getting their ass kicked, so I handle some things myself.
No, I was the opposite. I wanted to see someone get their ass kicked.
Yeah. Yeah. My brother didn't hesitate. Yeah. Love you,
There
bro.
you go.
All
My
right.
brother always looked out for me when I was a kid.
All right, Tim, we're gonna get closed out here. But
Got it, fellas.
as always, we appreciate it, and we'll have your music queued up next week when our
Nice, can't wait.
producer returns.
If he ever returns.
Jeez,
Oh, he'll be back.
Oh, good Lord.
I had 2 great weeks where I had to do nothing except for talk.
And hopefully we see Thanos appear in next week's episode. Stay tuned.
I don't know
Thanos
if
will
I don't
show.
know if the producer's coming back.
Don't
I think he's going to flake out on us.
don't you dare. We'll go pick him up.
Well, I'll
I
have
don't
to go
think he
pick him
will.
up, yeah.
Yeah, do it.
I don't think
No,
he will.
he'll never.
No.
He's coming. He's,
Yeah,
I'm
Joe-
just messing
He'll
around.
be back.
I'm just messing around.
All right.
You threatening me.
All right, Timmy, we'll talk to you
Later, boys.
later.
Later,
buddy.
Timmy.
Peace.
All right, that's Timmy as always.
And happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Kelly Laris. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Kelly.
Happy birthday, Kelly.
Feliz
She a Mets fan?
cumpleaños.
I'm sure she is. My
Mhm.
brother's a Met fan.
Oh, okay.
You know
Kelly's
this
a Met fan, bro?
house
I'm sure she
houses
is.
divided out there.
No. Lara's houses, we...
They
don't
sell the
divide.
little license plate things. House
Talking
divided.
Lara's
Yeah.
One team on one
Lara's,
side.
Lara's houses don't work that way.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I would never have a Yankee in my house.
No, Lara's houses don't work that way.
My brother's a Yankee fan.
Well, brothers are different, but I'm
My
talking
brothers
about...
are Yankee fans.
Yeah.
But I'm
Brothers are
saying I want
different.
to have them in my house.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
they can't.
I don't invite them over because of that.
I
My-
would
so-
never invite my brother over anyway.
My son had a
And
friend
they live in
over,
New York.
and he walked in the house with a Yankee fan, and I told him, "What are you doing with that in my house? Get out!" And he looked at my son, and my son goes, "He's not joking."
Yeah, no, because
I made him
could
go
definitely see
outside
that.
and leave his hat outside on my patio, and then re-enter my house. Come in my house with that crap. What kind of disrespect is that? Sorry, Tim. You can enter with a Yankee hat, Tim, because you're Tim. Fred can, but other than that, that's disrespect. Get out.
Yeah.
That's
And on
That's
that note, we will put a big old blue and orange ribbon on this bad boy.
big old one.
Episode number 21 is now in the books. 52 overall. Next
Cranking
week
it.
we shoot for 53.
Mutz Perez episode.
Mutz Perez. Again, brought to you by CineSportsTalk.com. If you live in Broward County, Miami, or San Diego,
Or the world.
no, it's like a big stretch there. But contests will be going up either tonight or tomorrow for Toy Story 4. Just in time, the kids are out of school. Sporky. I love Toy Story.
I do too.
But come on.
That movie touched.
Come on.
Toy Story 3?
Toy Story 4, Toy Story 5, Toy Story 6.
Toy Story 3 was great.
This is probably gonna be the last Toy Story. You don't like Toy Story, really?
I like a Toy Story, but I don't need to see
He just
17
doesn't want
of them.
He just doesn't want too many.
Like
of them.
Chucky's
No,
coming back. Chucky the
Chucky.
doll's coming back now.
They should redo it from the beginning.
Think of something original, man.
Howard the Duck. They should bring Howard the Duck.
Oh,
back.
please, God, no. That was the worst movie. He's the worst character. Howard the Duck?
Duck Vader.
Oh, you mean Daffy Duck? Daffy Duck. I love Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck.
Howard the Duck sucks.
Howard the Duck is pretty bad.
He sucks.
Yeah,
Come on,
it's pretty
dude.
bad.
Come on, please.
All right.
So let's go, Mets. Oh, we didn't do my Fwakata.
No, we're waiting.
Well, we're waiting. You're waiting for something. No, we're waiting.
Had an
Should I
hour.
do that face again?
Had an hour and 36 minutes to think of a Fwakata.
Look, yeah, see. If I could only tell you what's happening outside of the screen. So I want to give my Fwakata of the week. My Fwakata of the week. It definitely comes from a place deep within the soul. And it definitely comes from a long history of frustration. I just feel I need to Fwakata the whole, and I've been doing group Fwakatas, and this is going to be another one, so sorry to disappoint. But I think I need to Fwakata the whole entire Atlanta Braves organization. I'm tired of you, Braves. You're in second place and you're still above us. I just dislike you. Like you are the bane to my existence. I just, when I wake up and want to take a crap and I flush it and I imagine it's your whole team going down that drain, a pile of crap. So here's to you, Atlanta Braves. Fwakata! I hate the Braves.
You hate the Braves, huh?
Hate them.
My buddy Chris Kelly's team, but he's a good guy. We hate the Braves.
I didn't say I hate the
we
fans.
Hate the Braves.
The fans are misled and misguided, and I understand that. And
Misinformed.
Chris, yes, and
misadventurous.
And Chris, if you ever want to come to
misanthropic,
our studio, we will counsel
somewhere.
you as a team. We will counsel you
Counseling.
and teach you the ways of the blue and orange. But for now, Fwakata to you and your entire crappy organization. Screw you, Braves. A bunch of first place winners and champion losers.
What the
Well
hell
said.
did he just say?
That
They were the Buffalo Bills.
underachievers.
They're the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we're going to sign off of Facebook. We appreciate you watching.
night.
Peace out until next
out.
week.
Peace.
More than likely Wednesday. We have an off day.
pretty much.
It's after the Skanky series.
Oh, we're gonna be in rare form. One way or
5
the other.
games before we hit. See you guys next. 3 with the Rockies and then 2
That sounded pretty good.
in the Bronx. That was actually pretty good.
It was. The
On
camera
that
shook.
note, the camera shook.
Maybe it was my head shaking.
Later, Facebook.
Peace.